Good afternoon, and just going to do a little different kind of video today, and this is a tiny little accordion that I was given for Christmas by my brother, and it's only got 8 buttons on the bass, not really many buttons on the treble, so it's kind of a child's accordion really, but I've got a plan to see if I can make this into a little pocket rocket by changing the reeds and just tightening up the compression and just a few little things to make it play and sound as good as possible. So it's a nice little challenge, I thought, to make this little tiny accordion sound nice. And I'll show you what it sounds like already, and then I'll give a reference for what it sounds like at the moment, and then what it might sound like with it. So here we go. Let's have a look. So, it's not sounding brilliant, but I've got high hopes for this little thing. So a few things. One, the compression isn't great, but I think I can work on that, because I can see, so I've had a little look inside already, and I can see some of the pallets aren't quite sitting as they should, and the sound isn't very strong. Let me show you inside it and show you what we're working with. So I'll just take it apart. Okay, so I've just taken the grill off, and it's actually pretty nicely made. It's got proper keys, proper arms, and proper pallets with felt and leather. So it's not like a cheap toy. It's almost like a little accordion, really. But I can see under one of the pallets the actual hole underneath it, so it's not sitting properly on the hole. So that's one thing I'm going to be checking first of all, is just getting these pallets lining up properly with their respective holes underneath, because that's going to affect the compression. So that's one thing I will do, is check those pallets and improve the compression that way. But all the keys, that's all working nicely. So if I take it apart a bit more, I'll show you what the reeds look like. Give me a sec. Okay, so I can just take out, it's only got pins on one side, on the treble side, so the bass side hasn't got pins, but you can access the bass reeds from the treble side. I'll show you that once I just take it all apart. So that's the treble side, so it's just got one reed block, so it's a single voice, treble voice, so one reed block in there, and then on the bass side it's got quite an interesting arrangement of reeds. They're all laying horizontally, and you've got your 4 bass buttons, and then you've got the kind of chords. So you've got C, G, D and F, I think it is, on the bass notes, and then you've got the chords, but the chords are just the 1st and the 5th, so they've taken out the 3rd for the chords, and that means that it will sound okay playing major or minor. So that's pretty nice. So that's the bass buttons, and that's the reeds in there. So that's quite different, but it's quite neat. So the reeds, treble side reeds in there. Let me just take that reed block out and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so here we've got the treble side reed block. Now this reed block is made of plastic. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Some of the Weltmeister Stellas have plastic reed blocks, and even some of the Hohner concertos, or the Hohner students, they started putting plastic reed blocks in. So it's not like an unusual thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing. So the reeds themselves, they're all right, but they're quite cheap, thin. They look a bit like they're made of brass. Quite similar to the ones you find on a mouth organ. So my cunning plan is to get these reeds out, and then I've got these reed blocks from a Scandali accordion, which I couldn't fix. So it's a little mini Scandali one. So these are high quality Scandali reeds. So they're much better reeds. But I've just checked earlier, and I can fit the same pitch from the Scandali reeds into the place for these reeds that are already in there. So I think I can swap out these reeds for these Scandali reeds, and I think it will work on the bass side as well. So then I'll end up with an accordion, little accordion with some really nice quality reeds in it, and I think that will sound really great. The other thing I can do is, because this plastic isn't quite flat, it's got a bit of a kind of curved surface, I can just flatten that a bit, and that will help the compression, because it just gives better seal inside. So that's my project to make this into a little pocket rocket that can play and sound really nice. And once I've done that, the other things I will do is, for example, the straps are just very cheap, so I'll take all those off and put some proper little affixings for the straps and make some new straps for it. The bellows strap, I'll take that off and put a bigger one, because I can't get my hand underneath that at the moment. So I'll sort that out and just go around it and just make it even better. But I've got high hopes for this little thing. So in the next 2 or 3 videos, what I'm going to do is just go through and see if I can transform this little pocket child's accordion. But it's not a toy accordion. I would say that it's not a toy one, because it's not cheap, and it actually has been made like an accordion, so it's just a small version. See if I can get it sounding really, really good. So thanks for watching, and in the next one I'll just show you the first steps I'm going to take to get this to be much better. Okay, thanks for watching.